What is going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? What I have for you today in this video is actually my thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy S5. Now, this event took place in Barcelona, Spain last week on Monday. What was it? I believe, yeah, the February 24th. So, excuse me, I looked at my calendar right there. Now, just for your information, I would have done a recap of this event, but I had computer troubles last week and you guys didn't know. Plus, I had to be somewhere that night, so therefore I couldn't do a recap. I was thinking about doing it a day later, but I felt like, you know what? There are more professional YouTubers out there who've done recaps, and there are YouTubers who've actually visited the event to take a look at the device itself. Now, I just figure I'd do one just for in my own way and be as detailed as I can. But you guys still want to know what happened during that event, you can either go on youtube.com/SamsungMobile and then find the event right there, or just search online Galaxy S5 event recap and then find some videos and then just click on those to get your recap information right there. Plus, it'd be pointless for me to do it a day after because by that time that video is uploaded, a lot of you guys already know what the Galaxy S5 is. So I'm like, you know what? Just don't do it this year and just try to recap the event next year when the Galaxy S6 comes out or whatever they decided to call it, or maybe wait for the Galaxy Note 4, whatever they do with that. So I'll do my best to try to recap the next event that comes up. And hopefully there won't be any obstacles in my way preventing me from doing that. So I really appreciate you guys sticking with me, and I do apologize for not doing a recap video of the Galaxy S5. However, I did watch the event, and as you can see, I took notes on a fold-up piece of paper right here. So I'm just going to take some glances just to let you guys know what Samsung talked about. So they announced the Galaxy S5, yes, with a redesigned UI. 5.1-inch Super AMOLED screen. They mentioned a better camera in there, 16 megapixels, and it's got a 0.3 second fast autofocus. And then they talked about speed with full LTE and Wi-Fi MIMO. And they have wireless AC on there, and they mentioned it's water and dust resistant, so it's not waterproof, it's just water resistant. Ultra power saving mode, and then they talked about data transfer with the finger scanner on there, with private mode. They talked about kids mode, and then they announced two smartwatches, the Galaxy Gear 2 and then the Gear Fit. Or I think it was just called the Gear 2 because that's what they have been referring to it as. And these devices are going to come out April 11th to 150 countries. So I believe that's the release date for when these devices are coming to the US. Now, what were my thoughts about the event itself or the devices that they announced? Let's start off with the Galaxy S5. So the Galaxy S5's redesign wasn't really that major compared to the Galaxy S4. I believe all they did was they just changed the backing, changed the phone from being a plastic design to, I forgot what the material was, but if you take a look at the back where your battery compartment takes place, it has a dimple design to it, so you see little circles on there or little holes that are just injected onto the back casing, which I guess is not a bad design, but that's not a reason why you would upgrade from a Galaxy S4. Of course not. Maybe you would upgrade from the Galaxy S4 because of the camera and some of the new features that Samsung announced that goes along with the Galaxy S5. So other than that, it pretty much looks almost the same as the Galaxy S4. Not too many changes happened to it. So since the first Galaxy S phone, I feel like Samsung has done major redesigns, but then again, you think about it, from going from the Galaxy S3 to the Galaxy S4 wasn't a really huge deal. The Galaxy S4 was a little bit bigger, and then going from the Galaxy S4 to the Galaxy S5, again, wasn't a big deal at all. As far as the Gear 2, this is the second generation of their Galaxy Gear, and yep, as always, not a huge difference, but they did added some new features in there, and it's actually a standalone music player, which is one thing that really opened my eyes to it because, you know, the first Galaxy Gear, I thought you needed like a Galaxy Note 3 or any supported Galaxy device to work with the Gear, the Samsung Galaxy Gear. Jeez, I can't talk today. I mean, what I was hoping for at the time was the smartwatch. It's just like a standalone music player, and give you the option to pair it up with your smartphone. Other than that, I would figure it would just be a standalone music player. Turns out it wasn't the case with the first Galaxy Gear, but it looks like with the Galaxy Gear 2, it looks like that is going to happen. Now, I could be wrong on that with the first Galaxy Gear. I don't know, because these devices, even though I heard of them, I don't know too much about them because I don't have those devices to play with. Because, as you know, I mostly have Apple devices. Now, the Galaxy Gear Fit, or the Gear Fit, they just called it that. It's actually another smartwatch, but with a smaller design to it. Now, this is more for the people who are concerned about their health fitness, and therefore when you're like going outside, taking a jog or something, you would have your Gear Fit right here, and it's supposed to fit comfortably from what Samsung was saying. Now, what do I think of these products overall? These are great products. They definitely have new features in there. And as far as the smartwatches, while the smartwatches are great from Samsung, what am I supposed to do with a smartwatch? Meaning, you know, why would I want to put down my phone and then just use a smartwatch? Because I pretty much need both of these devices with me to communicate with each other. Well, I do see some possibilities, such as like looking at your smartwatch, so that way you're not being rude, having to pull out your phone. But is it really worth getting a smartwatch just for that? And even if these smartwatches cost like, I don't know, a little over $100, probably not. If it was a little bit cheaper than $100, then maybe. I don't know how much the Pebble smartwatch costs, but I'm not really into the smartwatch industry yet. I might be into it eventually, but after the first Galaxy Gear was announced last year, I just kind of shy away from it, so I don't know too much about the smartwatch. The Galaxy S5 is a really nice upgrade, and I think this is more geared toward the health fitness people, because you have a finger scanner in there where it reads your heart rate. Yes, it reads your heart rate. I don't know how accurate it is, but Samsung was able to put this feature into the Galaxy S5. And the finger scanner kind of works like the fingerprint scanner on the iPhone 5s, but a little bit different. You actually have to swipe on the home button. And then on the back of the phone, you just place your finger on a sensor that may look like an LED flash that's next to the camera, but it's actually not. It's actually a heart rate sensor or some sort of sensor they put on there. Fast autofocus is great. 16 megapixel camera is fine, although then again, don't just rely on the megapixels to determine how good the camera is, because that's pretty much just affect the size of the photo. That's pretty much it. You could have a picture or a camera that's like 1.3 megapixels or 2 megapixels, and your picture will still look great. It's just a smaller size. So overall, would I recommend these devices to you? Well, going from the Galaxy S4 to the Galaxy S5, if you're not too concerned about your phone, I would suggest you wait. And if you have a Galaxy S3, or if you have an iPhone, a Windows phone, or any other phone, HTC One, and you want to go for a Samsung device, definitely get the Galaxy S5. And as far as the smartwatches, I don't have enough to say to really recommend them, but if you're really into something small, where it'll be convenient for you when you're running outside or just going out for a little jog, exercising, then okay, go ahead and get the smartwatches. I can't guarantee you can use these without having to get a Galaxy device. Otherwise, if you don't have anything, just get the smartwatch and then, you know, put your music on there and then just have something in your wristband, so that way you don't have to put your phone on your wristband, because when I see that, that could be a little bit cumbersome. What do you guys think about these devices? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I'll try to cover the next event whenever that's going to happen and whatever that will be. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day now, and take care.